I'm back at it with another Q&A for my comments. Let's jump right in. The first one is coming from Diane, which is a fun little spelling. It says, when you leave your car for more than a couple hours, do you bring your laptop/electronics backpack with you? I don't want to lug them around on a hike, but don't want them to overheat staying in my car. Any tips? I do have tips. When I was living in my car, I had the same question, the same concern. So at first, I would always pack my stuff in a backpack and take it into the grocery store, taking it everywhere. I was kind of paranoid about leaving my electronics in my car, so I would always take it with me. Then I started to think, like, this is not feasible. I don't want to keep doing this. So what I did is I would lock my computer in my trunk because it's a lockable space, and it would make it a little bit harder for somebody to break in. Now, obviously, if somebody's going to break in, they're going to break in no matter if you live in the car or not. And another little tip that I used to do when I was in my car is I bought a big cereal, like a big Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Honey Nut Cheerios. And then once I was done, I had that big box and I would stick my laptop in that box and put it with my other food in the trunk. Within the trunk, I would put it to as far back in the trunk as possible, so you could kind of see somebody fussing around with the trunk if they were trying to break in. Now, if you're in a van, try to have at least one lockable cabinet if possible. If you're building out your van, that's a good idea. And if you can't, then I would recommend trying to put it in a space that's a little bit lower because heat rises. So to keep your electronics a little cooler, I would try to put it in a lower space. But if you have any cabinets that are lower to the ground, you could do that. Or if you're building your van, you can even build in some secret hiding spots because a laptop nowadays is pretty thin. So you can think about that as well. Now, on a similar note, Gingerbread317 asks, why do you take valuables into Planet Fitness? Do you feel they are safer that way than in your vehicle? I actually don't take my valuables into Planet Fitness. The only reason I take my phone is because there's an app, and when you go to check in, you just scan it and it signs you in. Also, if I'm working out, I like to listen to music from my phone, so that's the reason I bring that. And if you're going to go in to take a shower, always bring a lock so that you can lock your bag, your valuables, or whatever into a locker, because there's places where people will steal your gym bag, and then you'll be in the shower, get out, and your bag is gone, and now you're just naked, just running around Planet Fitness. And that's pretty awkward. Gregory Whitaker, who asks, do you have a list of recommended apps to use for van lifers? Yes, I do have many apps that I would recommend, and to start, I'll give you 3. First one is the Planet Fitness app that I just talked about. If you use the app, you can check in, and it's easy to scan. You don't have to use the little key tag that has to go on your keys. You could just use your phone and just sign in with the app. The next one is the WeatherBug app, which comes in very handy. You can really use any weather app, but the WeatherBug is pretty nice because it'll give you alerts about weather problems in different areas. And you can put in several ones from where you are to where you might be the next day and where you might be the next week or whatever. So you can keep track of the weather wherever you're going, wherever you're about to go. And if you see that there's bad weather, you can maybe do a little detour. And the last one is iOverlander. This is a good app if you're just trying to find a place to park for the night. It'll tell you different areas that other van lifers or other vehicle dwellers have stayed. And it kind of gives her a little rating and even shows different things like Wi-Fi connections and stuff like that. It's really nice. It's kind of like having a review system for places to park from other vehicle dwellers. And it's just a great app. If you want to know about the rest of the apps that I recommend and use and why I use them, put it in the comments if you'd like me to make a longer video about that, because there are a few that I use quite often and have been super helpful on my journey. Calvin Marshall 1610 asks, I'm just curious, do you ever meet any van lifers while you're traveling that you keep in touch with? I actually haven't met that many people along my journey, but I have done a couple meetups, met a few snack packers, which was super awesome. And we usually keep in touch through the live stream. So if you're not watching the live stream, make sure you're subscribed and have the notification bell on so that you can be notified next time there's a live stream. And one of the ways that I found that's easiest for me to make friends is for those that already have YouTube channels, because it's easy for me to see them, see their personality, and then reach out and get to know them that way. I met Carol from Glorious Life on Wheels and Tim from Tim Ward's channel. They have been great friends, super awesome to just chop it up about YouTube and life in general. So that's been awesome. And then at the RTR, which is Bob Wells's gathering that happens in January in Quartzsite, I met Adriana, whose channel is Many Roads, No Rules. So awesome. I had a chance to travel around a little bit with Adriana. We had such a great time. It was so awesome to be van buddies for a while. So I have met a few people, and I'm looking forward to meeting even more people. But I will say that I don't put myself out there as much. I don't go to a lot of van meetups, but I have met several people along the way, and it's been one of the greatest parts of my journey. Mary Recoy 1616 asks, is that a pressure cooker or an air fryer you use to cook potatoes? Curious, never seen anyone use an air fryer in van life. Well, now you have, because I also haven't really seen anybody use an air fryer or Ninja Foodie, but I wanted something that would do all kinds of different things in one unit. And the Ninja Foodie that I have is a smaller one. It's a 5-quart. It sautés, it bakes, it air crisps, which is like an air fryer, pressure cooks. So it's definitely come in handy. The biggest drawback is there is a heavy power consumption. I think it's 1460 watts. And I had used that for a very long time without any other cooking things. But after a while, I wanted a microwave. So I took out my bottom drawer in the van and installed the microwave. And that's been very helpful to just cook quick things. And I love that as well. Quirky Glass 4173 says, great vid. What size is the canning funnel that you are using? Kind regards. So this person is talking about my toilet setup. So what it is just a box that we built, that my dad and I built, made out of wood. In the back, there's a trash can. In the front, there's a little jug. Screwed in to the underside of the lid is a canning funnel, a stainless steel canning funnel, and it fits perfectly into the jug. It's actually just a larger size canning funnel. I'll leave the links to the things that I used to make that toilet in the description. I'm also going to be making a follow-up video because I've had so many questions regarding my toilet setup, how I use it, what was used to make it, what the dimensions of how to sit and how use the urine diverter and all that stuff. So I'm going to be making a follow-up video. Raven Rain's Nest asks this question, and this is a question I also get a lot from other snack packers. Where did you get the triangular looking wedge pillow? It looks so good and fluffy. I tried Googling it and searching Amazon and cannot find anything at all like it. Please tell me, please. I wish I had better news for you. I really do, because I would love to give a link to it, but it's just a pillow that I found at Kohl's on sale. It was $30. It's actually a super nice wedge pillow. It's UGG brand. It's their Kookaburra collection, and I think it must be pretty old because I've tried to search for it and I've never really found it available anywhere else. So you might want to check at Kohl's, but I got it like 2 years ago, so I don't know. But I wish I had better news because I would love to link it so people could buy it, but unfortunately I can't find it either. Refra 1046 and similarly Toll Tech Girl, they both want to know what brand of tennis shoes I have. Your tennis shoes look really comfy. I have issues with my feet. Do you mind telling me what kind they are? The brand is ACK. It's just kind of like a knockoff brand on Amazon. I previously had Nikes and they were like $170. And I was like, I'm not spending that on another pair of shoes. So I found these. They're pretty similar. I use them every day. So they're kind of jacked up. I need to wash them. It's pretty bendy. It's nothing fantabulous. It was like $40. But I love these shoes. I wear them almost every day. They are great for hiking. They're not that expensive. The only thing I will say is that the Nikes that I had a stronger grip. So if I was hiking, say, and it was kind of slippery, it would grip on a little better. These aren't so much. And you're not going to want to do like major hiking with these. But for everyday wear, I use them all the time. I love them. I'll put a link in the description. They're awesome. Alicia Camille 636 says, what I don't like about van life, RV life, bus life videos is no one ever says what they do for a living. Many say they work remotely and make enough to survive very well. How? Who's hiring and paying enough? What would be amazingly relevant and realistic is to include that information. Okay, I totally get that, because before I was doing YouTube, I wanted to know what people were doing out here in these streets. All I can say is what I do. And I do YouTube full time. When I started my YouTube doing the vehicle dwelling, I had already quit my job and I didn't have any income. I jumped out on a limb and I just said I was going to make YouTube work. And I just kept going with it. And I had a little savings to the side. So the only way that I earn income is through my YouTube channel or donations from the snack pack. And I do have some affiliate links set up, but that's probably, I don't know, really small comparatively. So I only make money on YouTube. So I can't really give that much more advice, but I can point you in the right direction of somebody who can. I don't know this person personally, but I follow her channel. It's Robin from Creativity RV. She's written books on this. She has videos on this. She's a wealth of knowledge on working remotely. I would definitely recommend her channel. But a few things that you can also do, what I've heard other people doing, is they do Postmates, Instacart, seasonal work. There's lots of things. I did do a video on how to earn extra money. You can go watch that, but I'm not the expert by any means. And I do feel that there are a lot of people on the internet, on YouTube, that do share what they do. They might not share the company that they're working for because of privacy reasons, but I think people do kind of share what they're doing. I'd say there are pretty good remote jobs out there if you have some skills, but ultimately I do YouTube And it's not the most money in the world, but it's enough for me. And I enjoy the freedom of doing the things that I want to do when I want to do them. Lynn Fox 391 says, Allison, how did you find your condo? So as you can see, I'm staying in a condo, a resort style condo in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for 1 month. My friend Tim and I wanted to travel and not have to do it alone. So I checked some things out, and the first place I looked was Airbnb. So I found a similar condo on Airbnb, and it showed this resort name on the Airbnb listing. So I was like, I wonder if we could get a deal if we go directly through the resort. So we called, and in fact, we could get a deal, and it was a couple $100 cheaper. So you can go through Airbnb, but you can also call resorts directly to get a better deal sometimes. And also, if you have a AAA discount, that can shave off a little bit of money as well. Judy B 2425, are we seeing a condo in your near future? I could live in the condo you're in. Facts. I could live in this condo for life. No joke. I am really loving this. It's a nice 3-bedroom condo. We don't need 3 bedrooms, but that's all they had. The bedroom that I'm in overlooks the ocean. I'm on the balcony right outside my room. The living room looks out to the ocean. The kitchen is nice. Everything's been great. It's amazing. I love it. I wish I had the money to just buy one of these, but I don't, and that's okay. Maybe sometime in the future. But in terms of me getting a condo right now, I don't think that's going to be the best use of my money because I'm not there full time. So if I get an apartment or a condo or rent a house or anything, and this, I'm just making this up. Let's just say it was like $1,500 a month. I'd be paying $1,500 a month, regardless of if I'm there or not. I don't know that I'm the type of person that wants to rent out my place. I don't really want people in my space and my stuff. So I don't know if that would be a good idea for me. So I really don't know what I'm doing right now. I kind of feel like I'm floating through life, mostly doing van life, but doing a few stays here and there is what I see in my immediate future. I'm definitely looking for a place to have a base so that I can get off the road at times and have something of my own. So I'll be making more videos about this as I'm looking and finding different things. And the last question is from Brooke Pearlstein, 1842. Thanks for the video. You're welcome. I was wondering, do you think it would be hard to go back to the van? Yes. I hate to say it, but I'm going to keep it real. It's not that I hate my van or not that I don't even like van life. I do. I still enjoy the freedom, but this has been phenomenal to be able to get off the road, stretch out a little bit, relax, have a friend. The best part of this has just been having company and having somebody to go sit with, have a meal with, have coffee with. Now, that said, the van allows me to have a lot more freedom of where to go, and I'm not just stuck in one spot. So for that, I won't be sad. I'm really looking forward to seeing what else is out there. And I have a little bit of a plan. And so I'm on a little mission to find where I might want to plant my roots a little bit in the future. So it's kind of exciting to be able to look around the country and see what's out there. So far, I'm loving South Carolina. Everybody I've met that lives here is like the nicest person in America. Like they're so nice and friendly. It's been so great. And I'm by the beach, which is my happy place. I'll be a little bit sad to leave this place and go back to my van, but I do have some plans in mind. So that's encouraging and gives me a lot to look forward to. If there's any questions you want answered that I haven't answered in the comments, put it in the comments of this video, and I might include it in the next Q&A video next month. Until next time, bye for now. And you would kind of see somebody feel they are safer, then that way, then you feel there's an app, and the only reason people do still, because there are times where people, the little card that they give you for your, you don't have to use the little key, you don't have to use the little, hi there, so that you can know, so that you can know air fryer that, come on, but whoa, the heck was that?